Good morning. It's 3:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's take a look at LTC and what's going on at the chicken ranch with Mrs. Mona. Okay, it looks like we had a slight sell-off when we hit 100. Let's see what the market maker intends to do in his little manipulation extravaganza. Let's find the trades. See what he's doing. Okay, you can see this 1500. It's been up there for several days. This is the market maker's trade. We're at 97.40. Okay, he's 80 cents away. Still not 40 to 44 cents. It's double what he stated. This channel here, we do technical analysis in a way. You see 1534 is down here too. 1534 is right over here. Those are the market makers trades. There we got 95.74. This is the first time I've seen these trades ever been close to being equidistant. They're still not equidistant. Let me go check the first one. Okay. This is the first time we caught them equidistant. The reason why they're equidistant at this moment, he does not want the price to go down any further. Okay? And in my opinion, he intends to drive the price of Litecoin up further today. That's what we have that's going on. So, for me to take a good guess at this right now, it's a guess. Going by the numbers, let's see what he's looking for the mid-market price. That'll give us a good hint too. 95 spot 74 plus 97 spot 40. That equals, and you divide it by 2. Well, you could see, obviously, we got the mid-market price already up, and you'll see that this goes to the new mid-market price. It takes time, though. It's not going to do it instantaneously. What we have to do to figure out what the market maker is going to manipulate the price of today is see where he's posted his trades. Those trades are the breadcrumbs of where we're going at the chicken ranch and what Mrs. Mona is up to today. So we're still at 97.40 and still at 95.74. He's going to stabilize this price. It's obvious. You can see what's going on here. You can see the curve. You see when it curves like this? You see this curve? Yeah, we're going to start going up. Going by, if you want to see what's going to happen in the present or the near future, you got to go to the past. And going to the past in this case means going to the left. You see these curves as always went back up. Yeah, I think we'll start going up probably in the next 4 hours. So I'm basing my observation of the position that we're in, we're going up or down, based on what the market maker's doing, because the market maker's manipulating the market. If you don't understand that, you have to go into my videos and look at the correspondence I had with the Chicken Ranch and Mrs. Mona. I refer to that because go watch my last video, you'll get a little laugh. I try to make light of it. It's really nothing to make light of, because these people are robbing the investors. And I'm stating, sooner or later, they're going to get nailed for it. And you're going to see something shocking in the news. So pay attention to what's going on. It might be in your best interest to withdraw all your tokens and coins off this exchange, or any exchange in particular. Because when this happens, it's going to cascade to all the exchanges. Market makers are going to go missing. The exchanges letting these market makers manipulate the market so they get a higher spread, which means they're triggering stop losses, selling you back to you or some other clueless individual the coin back at $2 profit. Then they'll do the stop loss hunting again. They keep doing it over and over and over. And then once in a while, they'll bring the market up to a ridiculous price to get you to come back in. That's what they do. Or to get more people they could friggin' bilk in. So once you know this is going on, you basically know there's going to be a point where they're going to hit rock bottom, and they're going to have to say to themselves, hey, we're getting less and less stop losses. Yeah, we got to bring new people in. You got to boost this market up. That's the only reason they manipulate this market up to such high prices. And then, of course, the market maker goes, pulls profit all the coin that he's been buying for who knows how long. And it seems to me he's doing it quarter by quarter, just like any other business. He'll drive it up in August, he'll take profit in September, and then he'll drive the market down in September. And then they'll have an excuse. Oh, it was the halving. Oh, it wasn't the halving. Oh, it was this, it wasn't that. You hear so many, that's what the stories you hear from the technical analysis people. And none of them are worthwhile to bring the price up or bring the price down. You sit there and you sometimes wonder, where are these guys getting these it's just rumor based. I trust math. I'm sorry, math doesn't lie. You see, I just told you 96.57. Remember where we were to where we are now? Look, we're 2.5 cents off. And as the market activity picks up, the closer we'll get to this number. If you want to believe in tech, you can listen to some technical analysis people, but after a while, if you're doing that for a while, you're going to realize what I'm saying is true. All of those technical analysis people, I tried to show them this. They're all into numbers, graphs, and everything. Take a look at this. How am I able to get the mid-market price all the time? How am I able to predict if the market's going up and down? How? If I'm not telling the truth, if I'm engaging in some far-off fantasy quest where I'm out to get the exchange or something, how am I able to get the numbers right? Somebody has to come in and say, well, is it a fluke? If you run around in the lightning storm holding a lightning rod, that greatly even though getting struck by lightning is very rare, if you run around with a lightning rod in your hand, that increases your odds dramatically of getting struck by lightning during a thunderstorm. Okay? And that's what I got. I found the lightning rod. Why am I always getting spot on? How am I able to do that? Because I know what the market maker was doing. I solved the riddle of how the price moves. I found the trades. When I found the trades, I did an investigation. I found the owner of the trades from Coinbase. They told me themselves in writing. I got the letter. The letter is posted on my site. You can read it. I'm not trying to gain anything for myself. I'm trying to make people aware. This is what's going on. This is how they're bilking everybody. And this is the reason why they're bilking everybody. You have to be realistic. I love crypto just as much as any other crypto trader, and I love it to death. It's a no-drag currency. And drag meaning you not have to owe somebody money to use their currency that they created out of nothing too. I don't understand how people could say, well, the Fed's based on this. They created out of nothing. Putting ink to paper doesn't require any special program, okay? It doesn't. If you told me tomorrow that I'm allowed to print currency on my printer, and I start printing facsimiles of dollars, tens and twenties, and handing them out, and you're accepting them at the store, that everybody in creation isn't going to go start printing their own currency, you're foolish. It's connected to the gross domestic product. What do we manufacture in this country anymore? We're lucky we're getting the manufacturing back now under this current president. See, we went up to 57 and we passed it. Now let's go. I always tell you, always go a little past it, and then we settle back into 96.57. That's how it works. There's a lot of elasticity in this market, and it'll stretch this way, that way, but it'll always center point back here unless he changed the walls. It's 95.74. You see, we're still at 95.74, the bottom wall. $97.40. And we're still at 97.40. So now it'll probably go down. This has as long as he trades within those two trades, he's assured that he's in control of the market. So most of the time it settles 30 cents under his sell wall, which would be 97.10. That's the highest it'll go. So that, in the elasticity of the market that they're trading between them. But usually it creates the mid-market price. That's it right there. So you've seen it hit 96.60. Was 2 cents away, and then it went over. Now it'll go back down. But I do think, since I see this slight decline, right, where it's back in between, touching the EMA. It's between the 12 and the 26. I wish Coinbase would get a normal 20 and 50 and 100 on the EMA lines. So you got to be very careful when you trade here. Most traders would think this is the 20 and this is the 50. No, this is the 12 and this is the 26. See here? So in between these two is the 20. So he's touching the 20, and then he's going to bounce off. Probably going to break 100 today. How high it's going to go, I can't tell you. Some guys are saying, I guess you can watch Crypto Savvy. I'll have to look at him today and get a guess which range it is in the ballpark, but he's been saying over 100 and change now for weeks. So it's just a guessing game. Some people guess right, some people guess wrong. But I take a part of the guessing out of it by just Hey, what is the market maker doing today? Why do you know those are the market makers trades? Because I caught him manipulating the price of Litecoin. And I'm pretty sure it's you guys over there at BTC, this is going to go over 10,000 today. But he's in here manipulating using a different method. He's spoofing it up and spoofing it down. You'll see a large trade appear from nowhere and the lower prices. That means he's trying to cap the price and bring the price down. He'll put the largest trade here at the lowest price possible, dump into the buys, then take that trade and bring it down to the new lows he just created. So we're pretty much holding 10,000 after this dip. People took profit, I guess, from here, which isn't really a lot. Or even if they were lucky enough to get over here, yeah, you made about $1,000. Smart move, people. If you bought down here, you made $1,000 a point. If you sold off, say at 10,100, you made $1,100. That's more than 10%. That's a good gain right there. But again, you see this how he puts the largest order in the book mysteriously appears at the lowest prices. That's your market maker trying to keep the price down. Will he be successful? I don't think so. But he's trying. That doesn't mean he won't try. You see how he drove down the price? Now that wall will appear down here. And he'll rinse and wash, repeat. If he wants it to go up, he does. See? You see what I just told you? There goes the wall again. It's forming up. He will remove the wall if the market's strong enough to start buying it. They start buying through it. He doesn't want to lose those coins. You got to remember, 24 coin at $10,000 a pop. That's $250,000 he'll lose if they get that coin out of his hands. $250,000 worth of coin. So today, if you notice, you see this over here? It's just going to repeat this. The Chicken Ranch. He's going to fight it because the perma bears, that's what they do. Plus, the market makers wants the price low so he can get a larger spread. So the market maker in this case tends to be bearish. Everybody goes, why would they crash the market in 2018? Everybody was buying everything. You think the market makers had any coin left to sell? They had to crash the market to get you to sell and reset the market. As far as the coin side is concerned, their liquidity was dried up. You got all these exchange every 3 days on a normal market where we don't get a huge increase. Every 3 days the coin exchanges hands. What do you think the frequency of that might change when the market's going up higher? It might be 12 hours every coin in existence has changed hands. And what are the market makers going to do? They're going to go and dump the market so they can get their liquidity back. So they can get, hey, let's drive the market down and drive it up again. Rinse, wash, repeat. The market is rigged. The market makers are rigging it. How long it's going to take these agencies to catch on to this, it's all a matter of the depth and width of their IQ. And I have a problem when you got a bank examiner issuing license to an exchange. Just what work have you actually done on an exchange that you would know, for instance, how to read an order book? Does the bank examiner know how to read an order book at the New York Department of Financial Services? As a matter of fact, do any of his people that work for him, do any of them know how to read an order? The CFTC. Why did I have to sit there and talk to 5 lawyers from Chicago and teach them how to read an order book? That's what I did. I showed them how to read an order book for the conversation I had on the phone. The conference was on the phone. They had my videos up just like this, and we walked through them. Okay, start. You watching the video? Yes, yes. And I went through it with them. Okay, stop it there. You see over here, yeah, 5 lawyers just to show them what was going on. And you know why? Because then these lawyers went to they're going to probably end up going to BitMEX and say, don't give us no bullshit. Oh, you can't prove there's manipulation. Oh, yes, we could. Bang. They're going to show the stuff that I showed them. They're going to show it. And there's going to be no way out for these guys at BitMEX. A lot of guys you can turn around and say, oh, you're a traitor. You're bringing the government entities in. Yeah, I am bringing the government entities in because you can't be trusted. Best to deal with the devil we know than the devil we don't. I've never seen such a thing. You're not for crypto if you don't let us steal from everybody. Sell that story to somebody else. You're not talking to some country bumpkin here, okay? I didn't fall off the boat yesterday. Get as mad as you want. These people are stealing from people. They're criminals. If you would have done this in NASDAQ, you would have suffered the same fate. Charlie Lee and Brian Armstrong should be in jail for the scam they pulled with Litecoin when they placed it on the Chicken Ranch. Okay? They should be in jail. Jordan Belfort and Steve Madden went to jail for the same exact thing. These guys should be in jail. So don't defend people in crypto because you find them affable. The same clown that could sit there and make a speech with the Litecoin Hold It shirt on, then turns around and dumps all his assets and tells you he did it for conflict of interest. Just doing that on any other market is dumping all your holdings is a conflict of interest in itself. But you guys, I don't know, in crypto, it's different. No, it's not. No, it's not. So, right now, I think we're in the phases, the beginning of a massive pump. Why? Because the market has to redeem itself in the face of our current holders and to get new people coming in. So, the game can continue. That's all it is. I'm not being negative. I'm telling you the truth. And if the truth hurts your feelings, you're doing one of the worst things you could do in trading. You're involving feelings. All right? You're involving feelings. And of course, I'm mad because I found these guys openly stealing from everybody. And that hurts the market more than I ever could hurt the market. When you got people who are losing their money and they don't know why, and they're following all you so-called experts in technical analysis, and the market's supposed to be going down to 7,200 or 8,500, going by the stuff I heard about Bitcoin, and here's the market. It went up from 9,500, and it went up to 10,000 last night. Now we have a slight sell-off, and it'll probably go up past 10,000 today, and stay there, and probably go higher. What's that tell you about your technical analysis? That there's something funny going on here. You're working for hours on your technical analysis, and the market goes the complete opposite way that you figured out. All right, people. That's all I got to say today. Catch on fast, people, because if you don't, you're going to lose your money.